Welcome back again to Queencapon Media. So my people, just now, US military have decided to send message give to everywhere, meaning Nigeria, my people. No be small thing, no. But before we go see the message where the military don't send, US military don't send, give Nigeria. Let's see some of the headline will just come out now, my people. No be small thing they happen in the country. Tension day too high. The first headline here says, breaking, bandits and terrorists are located inside the forest. Bombs cannot penetrate. Now who talk am? Now defense minister for Nigeria, now in the talk am, my people. He said bandits and terrorists they dead inside the forest, deep inside the forest, and bomb no fit penetrate inside forest. Now defense minister talk am. Maybe see the detail. Minister of Defense Mohammed Baduri Abubakar has highlighted the risk of bombing bandit hideouts, saying some of them are located in the forest that bomb cannot penetrate. According to Son Baduri, who spoke in an interview with the BBC Hausa service, stated that the armed forces are close to ending banditry in the country despite the recent wave of school adoption. While acknowledging the persistence of security challenges, he described the current pattern of attack as characteristic of guerrilla tactics, where criminal groups strike intermittently to instill fear. This is how guerrilla warfare works. There will be a period of calm, and then they launch an attack that shakes the nation. This is where it became interesting, my people. He said here, yes, we know their locations, but some of these areas are places where direct strike could endanger civilians or forests where our bomb cannot penetrate. Baduri said, we never said the problem was completely over, but this renewed kidnapping of school children worries us. We are studying what went wrong and how to prevent a recurrence. So my people, now waiting in talk be this, so no be small gbege. The citizen of the country, they don't gbege and say, okay, you have finally agreed that you know the location. Okay, right now the issue, the problem of the military be say una bomb no fit enter the forest, meaning that the forest it be like say get like shock absorber where they there. I be waiting you won't tell us. Some people they call and say they competent. Some people they call and say na the chairman, say na them. So my people, what do you feel about this? Let's move on to the next headline. This headline here said, breaking news: the Nigerian Senate has called on the federal government to review the country's firearm laws to allow responsible citizens to own GUN, which is gone, citing the escalating insecurity across the Kwara, Kebbi, and Niger states. Una see they say right now the Senate they discuss, say may the federal government may they review the country firearm law, which allows the responsible citizen to own GUN in order to. So this update here says, breaking: President Tinubu declares a nationwide security emergency. Orders army and police to recruit more personnel. Police to add 20,000 officers, total now 50,000. It should add 20,000 more. To round the figure of 50,000, my people hear them. The new order, President Tinubu have ordered Nigerian army to recruit more people into the army and police to recruit more people. Army to recruit more 20,000, police to recruit more 20,000 officers. NYSC camps to be used as police training depots. DSS to deploy forest guards. Deploy forest guards immediately and recruit more to flush out terrorists and bandits. Federal government to support states creating security outfits. Calls on NAS to begin work on state police. President commends rescue of 24 KB schoolgirl and 38 Kwara worshipper. Vow to free remaining Niger pupils. So my people, this is the fresh update right now. Tension dey high. So according to this new order, you don't order the army and the police to recruit more people. And DSS they should carry their man enter bush. Then they cope everywhere. I just pray say now as they talk them, they do them like that. So my people, I will allow you guys right now to listen to what the US military don't tell Nigeria, the way in Nigeria, and also what's the remaining part of the videos where they tell you what they go on in the country right now. No be small thing. Tension, like I said before, it dey very, very high. Let's watch the videos.
I've been updating you what is going on in Nigeria and how we are going to tackle it. This, when I tell you that Nigeria is their problem. You don't believe it. A lot in the House of Assembly, the whole, Nigerians in government on the whole, they are the ones creating this problem in Nigeria. They are the ones doing this harms and citizens in Nigeria. As they are getting that allocation money, still they are not okay with it. They still use it and sponsor people to buy other people in Nigeria. That is what they are doing. That is what they are doing. Everybody knows. Even the whole world knows that this is what they are doing. America even knows. That's why America don't want to partner with them. America will never partner with them because we don't want to lose anybody. We don't want to lose even one person. America will not lose one soldier because of Nigeria. No way. We cannot do that. We can't do that. America will not lose one soldier because of Nigeria. Because Nigerians know what is happening. They know they are the mosquito that are biting them. They are the ants that are biting themselves. They know. I want you to pay attention very well and watch this video. If you don't have money for data, go and borrow data and watch this video very well. You will now see what is happening. That those in the same military are the ones doing this. Even both in the ones in the military, the military chiefs are also the ones doing all these things. I don't know what they are benefiting. I can't understand what they are benefiting.
God is very important. Who started the Boko Haram crisis in Borno State? A governor, one Modu Ali Sharif, addressed the press 2 days ago. And attempted to insult the collective intelligence and memory of Nigerians by denying any links with the dangerous, dreaded Boko Haram sect. I did reply him yesterday, and I'm expecting him to sue me because he said he wanted to sue an Australian. You don't need to go to Australia. What you are looking for in Sokoto is in the pocket of your Sokoto. I'm ready to join issues with him because not only did he sponsor that organization by providing funds for them. In 2003, he had a deal with the Boko Haram sect to get him to win the election. And if he won his re-election, he will compensate the organization. When he won that election, he appointed Alhaji Bugu as the Commissioner for Religious Affairs to implement Sharia in that state. When the man attended the first Executive Council meeting, he discovered that they were all talking about contracts and how to steal money. So he went back to the camp, the Boko Haram camp, and said, where you send me to is Gida Barawi, the house of thieves. I can no longer be part of them. So he was asked to resign, and that was how Foy resigned from the government of Mutu Sharif. So to say that you don't know them is the greatest lie. I was just reminded this morning by somebody from Borno State that something was missing in my press statement. That in 2013, 2012, October 10, Alhaji Mudu Sharif was arrested in Cameroon on grounds of his Boko Haram connection. But the government here pleaded with the Cameroonian authorities to release him because he's a big man there. He cannot be arrested. But 2 weeks ago, a special envoy of President Goodluck Jonathan, Reverend Stephen Singh Davis, told the whole world that Alhaji Sharif, the former chief of army staff, NGERRE, and some senior officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria have been funding the Boko Haram sect. Up till now, the government has not reacted to this very important information. So when you are looking for the sponsors of Boko Haram, I think we now know where they are. But what is very disturbing is the fact that currently Nigerian soldiers are refusing to fight. A part of Nigeria has been annexed by the Boko Haram sect, and they have named the place the Caliphate Republic. As of this morning, no less than 10,000 Nigerians are in Cameroon as refugees. They've left their homes, and we want to warn both the APC and the PDP, the two ruling parties in Nigeria, dominant parties, to stop politicizing the Boko Haram menace. What is required on the part of all of us is to unite and fight this dangerous phenomenon. But to start pointing accusing fingers because a former member of the APC has now moved to the PDP where he rightly belongs. When he was with you, he was not a Boko Haram sponsor. Now that he has left back, he's gone back to PDP, he has suddenly become a sponsor.
Failed Nigeria.
You say that is
and the question is, these are the alternatives.
If you are not, you quote people with credibility.
Why are you quoting? No, deal with the issue. Whether or not your party has not failed Nigeria. Okay, has your party been successful in keeping Nigerians?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know how many people that have been kidnapped from their schools in the last few days? Senator, how do you defend that?
What problem you have is that you speak your questions selectively.
We continue. Asiwaju will continue from where.
Other whose government?
So where is this issue of the
other which political party?
Coming from?
The insurgency and insecurity became a big issue in Nigeria. It was under the People's Democratic Party. Check the record. Who was the president? Which party was in power when there was a particular breakout in
this presidency? We are talking of solution. You are going to a national TV to talk about who started Boko Haram. It no go better for you. The message when president no send you now you go pay money for media house go they defend. Did Asiwaju tell any one of you to go and deliberate on the cause of the problem, or you people should put heads together and look for the solution of the problem? You know why? No go better for you. Because this thing is like people are trying to shift blame now rather than looking for solution. At this point, it's like we will beg the people in America. They should go help us stage protests in White House and tell Donald Trump that we are very serious. They should not mind our politicians alone. What arrant rubbish and nonsense are you people spewing in the name of a political party? Are we talking about a political party now, or we are talking about providing solution to the underlying cause of the problem? Somebody. Better for you. Think that we don't know history. Now be here if I go bring bandits, make them come vote for Buhari. They vote finish, make them they go their country, they not go their country. Our they test in Nigeria. Then they started to brew and surplus, and because people have been pampering them and treating them with all form of attention, they have now become issues in our leg. And you are telling me that this thing. Respect yourself, whoa. Respect yourself. Don't come and be spewing rubbish. Because right now, nobody is going to take any form of nonsense spewing talk from any of you stupid politicians. Nobody will accept this defense that people are bringing to us. The solution, what we need is the solution to the problem. And Asiwaju is not saying that he's not looking for solution. So why are people coming to tell us that you people are bothered about the cause of the banditry? If you people are stopped it, then should this present dispensation inherit it? Oh Lord, Bruku somebody. Oh Lord, Bruku somebody. Adam so show money. Oh Lord, Bruku somebody. You don't go better for you. You and who for where? From which starting point or which finishing point? What you Asiwaju not send you now? Now go they talk up and down.
Where the leaders are resisting insecurity. It's not a country. Leaders who compromise, being working with terrorists or in the name of negotiation is not a leader. Nigerians, our vice president Shettima is a terrorist, a perpetrator to the nation. All the whole big men, they do their things, they run their business. Why insecurity is eating us up everywhere? Nobody is talking to the direction of the vice president. They are just looking to the direction of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I tell you now before saying, no be Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they rule the nation. He's just there as a bomb of to the nation. Now Shettima and his people, and they rule this nation. That is why insecurity is eating us up. A terrorist who bombard Abuja, last when they track the terrorists, look for the terrorists, they mean the terrorists inside Shettima guest house when Shettima was a governor. The same person who is a terrorist, who is a perpetrator and a sponsor of ISWAP and Boko Haram banditry in Nigeria, is now our vice president. But the youth of this nation is not talking. The people from the north, the youth from the north are not talking, because why? It's not affecting them, and they believe that they are the one that Boko Haram is sweeping out of the nation every day. The youth went there for no, they don't want to join us. Because of religion, they keep quiet. They allow the terrorists to be sweeping everybody away from this country. Big man, they don't get problem, because why? If anything they warrant, they get their own money to fly out from Nigeria. What are we who are poor, who are barely to feed in a 3 square meter a day? How can we save the nation? I wonder. You people are not looking to the direction where I am looking at. How can our leaders resist and keep mute while the poor are being fined every day by the terrorists of the nation? Who are the terrorists? Shettima is a terrorist. Ali Sharif, the former governor of Borno State, is a terrorist. Sheikh Ahmad Gumi is a terrorist. Sultan of Sokoto is also one of the perpetrators that people are not looking to direction. Because why? He fails to do the right thing. The why I accuse the Sultan of Sokoto among the perpetrators of this country that have been mailing down this country. If the Sultan of Sokoto, they know every insecurity issues in Nigeria. No be South Nigeria they rule this country. No be Eastern Nigeria they rule this country. No be Middle Belt they rule this country. The people that is ruling the country are the Northern, and that is where the people lies on. Nnamdi Kanu agitates for his own country, because you see the downfall, you see the people who they call it the leaders of this country, they are the enemies of the nation. He try to agitate for Biafra. Do you know why they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu there? The whole thing is the only federal government that is keeping it there. They know that if Nnamdi Kanu make sure they gain Biafra, there is no terrorist, Islamic terrorist that can be able to enter into the East. That is why they are keeping him there. They know the man know what to do at the right time. They know the man know what to do at the wrong time. They collide with the governors, with the senators, and the big men who are so selfish from the East to keep Nnamdi Kanu there. Oh, what we can do, we are looking, we are saying America, they are the one sponsor terrorism in Nigeria. You people are failure. Any person when he talks America, now they sponsor terrorism in this nation. You are a big fool. You don't know where your problem is coming from. Your problem is within you. There is a say that say the one that is cola lies in the cola. Our vice president Shettima is a terrorist. Now me talk so today. I just keep quiet since I begin the look. The big man, the insecurity of this nation is not affecting the big man. It's affecting the poor. Why they make sure they buy, they pay, they buy the order, the conscience of the military to make sure to lie low. Why they are using the military to achieve their aim in a systematic way. Some people said, why am I talking against the army? The soldier who said, why am I talking against the army? I hope you see what happened in Dikwa. How Brigadier General Uba was beat by ISWAP, and how other soldiers were beat by inside their train, while some are trying to run for their life, and the bullet meet them, and they die, and you see them. I hope you watching. You fool that call me a coward, that call me a runaway soldier. I don't come outside today. Una say I dey silent, I not dey silent, I just dey observe. The problem when they for this country, the people when they make sure that they sponsor terrorism in this nation, I am going to make sure very soon. I will list them out. Their picture will show on my screen. Shettima is a terrorist. A terrorist is now the vice president of Nigeria. Let me tell you how Shettima become vice president. When Goodluck Jonathan was there, they see that Goodluck Jonathan is a Christian and he had the mind to make sure he saved Nigeria from insecurity. They gang up with the Balu Tinubu, who is now a failure president today. They gang up with him. They said if he's going to make sure he's going to mobilize so that they will neutralize the election, so that they will give the position to Buhari. After Buhari, him will take over. That if Tinubu can be able to fight to make sure that they win the various places in the south and the east and the middle belt also, After Buhari, it's going to be his turn. It is a slight mistake and unfortunate that Goodluck Jonathan become president when him and late President Yaradua, coincidentally, Jonathan became the president. So now Jonathan want to run re-election for his own second tenure. He could not be able to make it because why? He's wiping and sweeping the terrorists away. That time, Jonathan was working with the high foreigner, with international body to make sure that they subdue the Boko Haram. The people, the girls that was being kidnapped, the student that was being kidnapped in Chibok, Shetima is aware of that kidnapping, of that Boko Haram attack. Ali Sherif was aware. Those are the people that is killing Nigeria. Zulu, that is the governor of Borno State, is aware of all those things that is happening. We are keeping quiet. The youth of the northern not follow us, they not follow us fight. But all they can do, they can go ahead to be reading Quran. Quran cannot solve the problem we are having in this nation. Bible cannot solve the problem we are having in this nation. To hell with Quran, to hell with the Bible. Then they go talk about Muslim, Muhammad, or Allah. Some of our brothers from the north, they will take as if since they born them, they know Allah. Since they born them, they know Muhammad. They will talk as if we say everywhere in the Quran, they know him. Then they go talk about them, they will go to implement a Sharia law that people blaspheme. What do you know? You that you try to say you are a Muslim. What do you know about Muslim? Were you there when Muslims were formed? You did there when they formed Muslim? You did there when they formed Christian? They are Arab people that they give us problem for Africa, mostly Nigeria, because any other country in Africa, they know the mumu. Even when they will not take the mumu for this nation. The reason why you see that terrorism will be licking us up, killing us up is because why? Tribalism and religion is our problem. If you cannot be able to sweep away the tribalism and religion in our midst, terrorism will be filling us. Our leader who is a terrorist will be continue to be buying us every day. I say make I just draw this message to now, Nigerians. Una know they look my direction. That is why I'm so ashamed of you people. I know that tribalism and religion can never sweep away in Nigeria. That is why the politicians still have upper hand to make sure that they sell us, give terrorists.
Don't talk. I have said it. I have been saying it countless times. 99.9% of those people working with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the presidency, Eleribu ni won. When you are looking for Eleribu somebody, they are the real definition of Eleribu. So, everybody is aware that presidency has called for meeting. Governing council, state council, intelligence, security, IG of police, DSS, everybody, they have gathered meeting. We are all anticipating that at least something to cool our mind and know that this banditry is gonna be a matter of history very soon, because the bandits self, they don't update us saying that government give them ammunition. It's not hidden. The only thing that escape from that meeting where una give us as updates say Asiwaju dey sleep. Sheripe lori buruku len to post photo yen. Sheripe leri ibu len to post photo yen. What are you trying to? Which message are you passing with that picture? That we are on our own. That Asiwaju no hear won gbo pa, won gbo po. So we are on our own like this. Everything they went to tell Baba Asiwaju no hear. Oti sunlo, oti horonlo. And we were here waiting for positive response. Now only photo escape. Now this kind of photo you supposed to post at this crucial moment. Waiting we do na shefe pawani. Shefe pawani. Well, as it is, me, I've started to think of how to go and look for citizenship in Cotonou and leave this Nigeria for you people. Drop on a passport, go find another country where no go buy me before my time. Because I'm not understanding. Now, before they say they want to charge me for felony or treason or fellowship or anything, who is the current president of Nigeria? Shena Asiwaju Abina Gumi. Because Nagumi they tell us now say if you release Nnamdi Kanu, Nagumi they tell us now say they are going to put bandits, he's advising they put them in the budget. Now Gumi, they tell us everything where possible with our fear and banditry. This thing don't they be like saying a joke? It's like you people are just whining us and cajoling us. You people don't have our interest at heart. Because bandit is doing TikTok live. And we are here, we are panicking. Asiwaju is sleeping. But Abayo is spewing gibberish nonsense. But Abayo, that small beer will remain for here. Come on, make we know say na small man brain dey your big head. If not, a whole APC spokesperson, presidency spokesperson, which award they give you. You go on national TV and also yama ori ti lebi ewa ori wọ́n ti fi po moi but Abayo Onanuga wọ́n ti fori yin le moi. If you don't know what to say, sit down at home. Don't come and give us Jagbajantis update. We are looking for correct update that we will know that our government is taking us serious.
Know how you go about doing these things.
I don't post what on your TV because you just change our mood that obviously as you are doing out the solo echo bank account Auntie Emi I beg posted them when they see that Baba if you reach us. First lady waiting them talk, waiting IG all of them talk, make we help us tell Baba. Because like this, me I don't know anybody now. She what do I hope for next?
People, this is serious. When I don't see one or two things when they go on in the country, drop your opinion in the comments. Do not forget to like and share this so that other people go equally see this update. Thank you so much for your continued support here. I will see you again for my next video. Bye bye.